Hello my beautiful creatives and welcome back to my art channel. My name is Chrissie B and I'm a creativity coach hoping to inspire you to live a more creative life every day. Now, if you've been following along, we are in the process of doing an 8-day series which is called 8-layer journaling. And every day of the week we are doing a different art journaling technique to 20 different art cards that we are in the process of creating. Today we are on step number 5, which is stenciling. So we will be using stencils and I have selected 5 of them. We're trying to keep our number of whatever the day's prompt is. We're trying to keep the number of those that we've selected for ourselves to 5 or less. So I did select 5. Let me move some stuff out of the way here. I did select 5. I selected some chevrons. I selected some crosses, some big crosses, some little crosses. They're the same, just smaller. Some polka dots and some stars. As always, I don't know if I'm going to use them all, but I want them at the ready just in case. I am also going to use a Dina Wakley 1-inch media brush to do my stippling through my paintbrush. To do my stippling through my stencil. So that will work nicely. You can also use something like this, the Tim Holtz dabber thingamajobby. That's pretty cool. I prefer doing it with the brush. So I'm gonna keep doing it that way. It seems to me this gives you a much more smoother finish than this does. This kind of gives you more of a messy, grungy, kind of bumpy, lumpy kind of feeling, which I really like. Because if you look at any of my art stuff, my style is kind of like grungy and a little bit messy, a little bit edgy, a little bit. I try really hard to make a mess on purpose so that sometimes I'm pleasantly surprised, and if I ever make a mistake, you would never know because it's a big mess anyways. That's my story that I tell myself, so that's the story I'm going to stick to. I'm also using some Golden's Titanium White. I think this was just a sample I had gotten at a class that I was at. You can use any white that you want. I prefer a heavy body for this for this process. It might be because of the brush that I use. I really enjoy using the heavy body. You can use the cheap white. I always call them the cheapy craft paints. They're some of my favorites. So please feel free to use whatever you have. As always, one of the things I'm really encouraging all of the people taking this class or doing these 8 layers with me is try to use your stash. Try to use what you have on hand. Don't put any pressure on yourself to go buy anything new, or use what you've got. If you don't want to use white, you can use a different color. I just happen to like using white for this step, especially because all of my cards are very messy and they're very colorful, which I love. That's totally my style, but I do like adding some white to it to kind of tone everything down a little bit. So blah, blah, blah. Let's stop talking and let's get to playing. Okay. So I'm setting my timer. I just realized I don't have anything to put my paint in. So what am I going to put my paint on? Because I am super, super fancy schmancy, I'm going to use the back of an envelope for my paint. Kind of get myself set up just a little bit. Put a glob o' paint here. And I do have 15 minutes, so I'm going to take my time just a little bit. I can add more paint if I need it. But yeah, let's set the timer and let's just go. Timer. Start. Okay. Let's deal some cards out to myself. How's that? Good enough? Okay, so don't really have a plan necessarily. I never have a plan. Who am I kidding? I really never have a plan. Let's start with the big pluses. See how that works out. And I just want to, just like I did with the stamping, I just want to be really random with this and get just some of the designs on there. I want them to be messy and loose and not complete. I guess my paper's small enough I could have just done like this. Okay. There, simple, easy peasy. Believe it or not, that one's done. Do the same thing. This one. Let's see. Done? Happy? Happy done. I don't want to layer these on top of each other because I don't want them to get too mushy. Although, you know me, I don't really care too much about that. I'm kind of trying to make sure that my design, whatever design I'm making, kind of goes up at an angle. And I want to maybe touch on a cross and not necessarily, or plus sign and not necessarily get the whole thing. This is, for me, is all about adding like visual texture to the page, not perfection. I'm gonna add a couple more over here. All right, better. I love that sound. Pounce, 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 pounce. It's annoying when other people do it. It's fabulous when I do it. Does anyone else feel that way? When you hear somebody making an obnoxious noise? It's fine if the obnoxious noise is coming from me, but if it comes from somebody else, it drives me bananas. Why is that? I don't know. So that one is good for now. Let's see. We'll do one more with this particular stencil, and then we'll move on to a different stencil. Because I don't want them all to be the same. Even though I'm generally using the same materials, I want there to be a really good delineation between them, that they're different. Let's see. I don't know, too perfect, I think. Let's do this. We'll put a couple down here. There we go. Okay, next stencil. Let me move my phone. My biggest fear when I'm doing this process, and I do this process a lot, my biggest fear is getting paint on my phone because that, oh, it drives me bananas. I have 11 minutes and 8 seconds left. So we're going to the chevrons. I'm gonna have to get more paint. Obviously. I'm gonna do this one. Do that one. And then I'm gonna do, that was a lot of paint. Whoosh. Oof. Mamma mia. And then I'll do some there. And then I'm gonna do a little bit down a little bit lower, which I guess I didn't. Yeah, that's fine. Part of the coolness about this timeline of 15 minutes is that it forces you to get out of your head and just get whatever it is done. So that way you can't overthink. And that's one of my biggest problems I have with doing the cards is the overthinking. Let's get some more paint, please. I have 1,000 cards left to go. Hallelujah. Oh, mamma mia. It's okay, keep going. Do some here. I love this card. Let's just do you like this. Whoops. That won't work. Ooh, that's kind of a mess. That's okay. Let's put a little bit there. I can be very strategic about where I put my focal image, and I can cover up something I don't like. So that's something to keep in mind. Don't be too hard on yourself. This is supposed to be about fun. Okay, let's see. One. Now let's change direction and do the smaller one here. Let's point upward. Then We'll put some here. Let's see. All right. 8 minutes and 34 seconds left. Oh, mama. Okay, keep going, keep going. How is your process going? Are you following along? If so, tell me. I would love to hear what's working, what's not working. And by all means, modify this. You know, I modified this based on Shannon Green's awesome layering by 5s. So, and I highly expect that if this doesn't work for you, that you can go ahead and modify just like I did. Find something that works for you. That's the awesome thing about art journaling. Okay, let's switch stencils. How many do I have? Oh my goodness, I have so many left. Ooh, la, 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 la. My dogs are like, Mom, you're singing again. Can you keep it down, please? We are trying to nap. Sorry, girls. Okay, let's do some stars. Hey, baby. Hey, good looking. Stars. Little stars, big stars. Let's come over here, put a couple more stars. Oh, I love these stars. These are cool. Oh yeah, I like those. Why haven't I used those before? It's got paint. This stencil has paint on them because I've used them in my art classes that I've taught, but I've never actually used them myself. This particular stencil. That is going to change. Who knew? I love stars. I love me some stars. Look how cute. Okay, let's keep going. Am I in frame? Yes, you could sort of see me. I apologize. I get in my own head and I totally forget. Oh, look up. Don't forget to look up. Oh, look how cute that is. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love that one. Love, 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 love that one. Okay. This one's got a lot of stamping on it. I went a little crazy with my stamping yesterday, which is okay. But let's see if we can like tone some of it down. Go up in an angle. And then down over here. We'll start with the little medium blokes and then go up from there. Nice. Okay, let's do some polka dots. These have a lot of polka dots on them because of the orange. I use a lot of that orange polka dotted washi. Did not realize it at all until... Okay, so I have 8 more to do. So I'll do 4 in one stencil and 4 in my last stencil. And I need more paint. And I have 5 minutes and 30 seconds left. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's okay. We can do it. Come on, polka dots. Little polka dots. Come on, you little polka dots. Cute. Cute. I love polka dots so much. I could very easily go completely out of control and just like polka dot the whole page. Don't want to do that, but I totally could. Okay, let's turn you sideways. So I could sort of see what I'm doing, sort of. Alrighty. And then we'll do a little bit down the kind of an angle, but starting more at the middle, I think. Perfect. Some more. Oh, what a mess. That's okay. I don't want to hide it all. I just kind of want to like soften some of it, you know. That worked a little bit. Let's do a little more. Is that good? Oh, honey. Time is wasted. I don't have time to futz. No futzing today, please. Okay, we're gonna start on the lower left-hand corner and go up. My poor little brush. And I'm just gonna keep it going up. And apparently down a little bit. Perfect. Last stencil will be the little mini crosses, the mini little plus signs. Why do you call them crosses? They're not crosses, they're pluses. I love this one. I love the stamping on it. I love the design of it. I just like that one so much. I don't want to touch too much of it. But, all right. Let's pretend that this one's gonna go straight up. I'm gonna make it look a little bit like the what? Actually, nothing. I have no idea. Overthinking. This is why this process is so good for me, because overthinking is such a reality in my art journaling practice. But sometimes I get in my own way and I don't get my stuff done. It drives me crazy. Okay, you're done. Need more paint? Oh my gosh, 2 minutes 39 seconds. I'm doing Lamaze breathing. It works. Never had a baby. Never actually had to do Lamaze breathing, but it's gotta work, right? Okay, think. I have a lot of ink on this one. I wanna do kind of like that. Random. And then I like a little there too. Although that was crooked now, but that's okay. How's that? I may have 3 left. This is my 3rd to last. I like that these crosses are, blah, blah. I love that these plus sides are so little. They're more in scale with the size of these cards. And then do a little bit down here. Alrighty. 1 minute and 22 seconds. Ah, awesome. Awesome possum. Okay. How is your image finding going, your focal images? I think I'm done finding focal images. I was going to look for some of my focal words last night and time completely got away from me and did not do it. So I will be doing that this evening because I would like to find them. So that way, during my 15-minute session, will be about picking which words I want to go on there and getting them down and where, versus trying to locate the words in the first place. Because for me, I don't know about you, but for me that'll take me a long time. So I think we're done. Let's see how many minutes we have left. 22 seconds. I think that's pretty stinking cool. Let's go through the cards again and show you where we are at. So we have now officially completed 5 layers of our 8 layering journaling. There is number 1, number 2. Thank you, Mr. Alarm Clock. I appreciate your keeping us honest. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, that one's a mess, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. I love them. I love them. I love them. I love them because they don't look like any of the cards I've done in the past. So tomorrow will be stage 6, level 6, which will be the focal image. So if you haven't done so already, you'll need to find 20 images, or at least 1 image for each of your cards. I highly recommend having those cut out beforehand, just so when you're doing your 15-minute timer set, the 15-minute timed session, it's not quite so much pressure to cut it out and get it put down. All you're basically going to do is get it put down where you want it, and then you may have to trim some edges. I know a lot of mine are really, really long. Like I chose this image. Not that it would necessarily go on this card, but I think I only want like this part of the image on there, so I'll have a lot to cut off, and you cannot see what I'm doing. So because I zoomed in, so I want to put maybe this much of the image on there, but I know I'll have to cut off her legs. I'm sorry, honey. But I cut them out this way in case I decide not to use them on these cards, and they're still nice and big, so I can use them in my soul book or one of my other art journals, maybe my travel notebook or whatever. So that was our 15-minute session today. How was that? How are you doing? Do you have any questions for me? I love the feedback. I love hearing the response that you're really enjoying this process. I also love hearing people say, okay, I'm gonna go rip up my journal right now, because I just love this process so much. Anyways, I'm so thankful that you've joined me for this process. We have 3 more sessions to go. I will have a session out, 1 every day for the next 3 days, just like I have been 1 every day for the past 5 days, including today. And I am so thankful that you've joined me and hope that you're enjoying this process. If you haven't done so already, please don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe, especially the thumbs up. It helps me know that I'm on the right track, I'm going in the right direction, and that you want to see more of this type of content on my channel. I am so happy to be of service. So until tomorrow, when we do our focal images, I will see you then. Bye for now.